Zoom and boom, everyone. It is a Friday night, close to 8 o'clock Eastern time. And after a 2-week hiatus, we are back. And BattleBots begins its second half of Season 9. Season 9, Episode 9, on August 9th. Nineception. I just now realized that. Welcome to those who tune in. Welcome to regulars. Welcome to anyone who tunes in. I appreciate it very, very much. I appreciate these subscribers over the past month or so. Again, thank you so much. Last week, of course, there wasn't an episode because of Shark Week. Hey, Marble. Welcome. You beat out Awesome. Normally, Awesome Sauce is the first one in the room. Good on you. So last week, no episode due to Shark Week, and then the week before that, I was not here. I was away from home base for 5 days because my mom and John were on vacation. They had a great time in New Orleans, from what I heard. They did find a retirement house, so they want me to join them actually on shortly after Christmas time to check that out. So here's hoping I get time off from work to do that. So we are back. So the fight card tonight, I gotta say, loaded. I mean, loaded. We're gonna see. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rookies tonight. Granted, they've all fought before, so no one's making a debut. So at this point in the season, pretty much we haven't seen anybody fight on TV naturally, but we have seen a lot of the bots that are in the field. And to recap, Desperado, I mean, Black Dragon, I had no complaints with any of the outcomes in Desperado. Black Dragon, I think, deserved to win the final over Minotaur in that fight. I do agree with that. I think it won on control and the aggression side of things. Granted, Minotaur did cause more damage, but the other two you got to factor in, and I think that was key for Black Dragon winning. Now, Nate, who is not with me tonight, he's over next door with the wife, dealing marriage things. Happy wife, happy life. So he will not be joining me tonight. So I'll be flying this one solo tonight. But he felt that Minotaur should have won, and I think it could have gone either way. I think obviously we knew Minotaur was the favorite going into the Desperado. But certainly Black Dragon, what they showed was, again, nothing short of impressive. So I was very, very impressed with their victory. And they have now earned their spot in the top 16. But what are we looking forward to tonight? What are you expecting to see tonight? Well, Huge and Gigabyte are going to kick us off. And that is going to be a very entertaining fight. I'm going to make my pre-fight predictions here. I'm going to go with Gigabyte in that one. Again, I've been impressed from what I've seen from that team this season with the 2-0 record. They look like a much better team than in seasons past. And I think, the thing with Huge, the big wheels on the sides, their spinner in the middle, Gigabyte, that spinning up, when it gets powered up quick, it can make a big impact. So I'm going to go with Gigabyte there. Breaker Box against Uppercut. Both of them rookies, but both of them won their first fights, and both did it in very impressive fashion. That one honestly could go either way, but I'm going to lean Uppercut in that one. I really like what their bot did in their first fight, so I'm going to lean Uppercut there. Wanhu and Mammoth, both those bots are 1-1, and again, both rookies. I've been so impressed with what I've seen from Mammoth this season as well. Granted, Wanhu has also been a really strong bot, the Chinese team. But I'm going to go Mammoth there. Son of Whyachi and Texas Twister. I'm really looking forward to this one. This is going to be a really good one, too. And granted, Texas Twister, yeah, they're a rookie team, but they're 2-0 out of the box. And so they've been very, very much impressive. But I don't think they faced a bot as strong as Son of Whyachi. So I'm going to go with Sal there in that one. Sub-Zero taking on P1. Now, it'll be the first time you've seen P1 actually on Discovery. they had or maybe I think I'm on TV period, because they had an unaired fight where they lost, I believe, to Hydra. So they are 0-1. Sub-Zero is also 0-1. So kind of hard to pick either way. But I'm going to go with Sub-Zero in that one, just because to me, they're the more experienced. Nelly the Ellie Bot going up against Deep Six. Again, another battle of rookies in that one. I was really underwhelmed with Nelly. I don't think they're going to be a great team. I'm going to go with Deep Six in that one. Deep Six was a very impressive bot. And then the main event tonight, a battle of 2-0 bots as Whiplash takes on Witch Doctor. That's going to be a really entertaining fight. Both, the Vasquez family and Andrea Suarez are both great teams. But I'm going to go Whiplash. I've been really impressed with what their bot has done. All right, we are now on. Oh, so they're basically showing a recap right now of the first half. Oh, some big hits this season. Hydra with the flip. Black Dragon getting in. Yeah. Hey, awesome. There you are. You're normally the first in the room. Marvel beat you to get the first in the room. But always good to see you in the room. Oh, this is going to be a good night. This is going to be a really, really good night. Mammoth's going to have a comeback tonight. Hey, Jeremy. Good to have you back. Mammoth's going to have a comeback tonight. I agree, Awesome. I have Mammoth beating Wanhu tonight. I do. I think they're gonna win tonight.
This season has already featured the most insane action we've ever seen in the box.
There have been some major hits this season.
That's right. These builders will have to put it all on the line in their pursuit of a spot in the top 16 and a chance
for sure.
The most coveted trophy in combat robotics.
The giant nuts. That's what it's all about.
Promises to bring more of the same. It features lethal spinners, punishing flippers, as well as the biggest robot in the field, the aptly named
Mammoth. Yeah.
We've got Sub-Zero taking
Sub-Zero there with P1.
BattleBots debut. That's Flipper versus Flipper.
And TV debut there, Kenny Florian. It's been in a fight, but just not on TV for P1.
Two grizzled veterans in the sport.
Son of Whyachi and Texas Twister is going to be a really good one.
And the undefeated Texas Twister.
Unfortunate the Lucky lost in Desperado. Who did you want to win? I wanted Minotaur to win. Because I really like the Minotaur team. I always have. But like I mentioned in the intro, I was not upset that if they were to lose to anybody, I guess I'm glad it's Black Dragon, because they're a fellow Brazilian team, and they just were very impressive through the tournament. And I think they deserved to beat Minotaur in that final fight. I did. So I wasn't too upset that Minotaur lost in the final. It would have been nice to see them win it, but I wasn't too upset that Black Dragon won. I think Black Dragon did deserve to win that fight. Yeah, it was unfortunate the Lucky lost, though. That is tough for you, Awesome. I know you're rooting hard for the Canadian teams and that you really want to see Lucky do well, but that was tough.
Make sure we use our lifter and get them on their backs early. Now, both of these robots are 2-0 heading into the main event. And as we like to say,
the main event tonight is going to be really good. These are two of the better bots in the competition. They'll probably both end up being in the top 16 unless something crazy happens with Whiplash and Witch Doctor. So huge, and Gigabyte starting us off. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready It's robot fighting time.
In the red square, if this one asks you, do these wheels make me look fat? You say yes.
Yes.
You're all that.
Wheels make me look fat for huge.
And big. You can't lose. It's
Huge. Oh, the bot's behind them. Nicely there by the huge team. They're standing in front of the bot and then they get behind it. I think they're going with their thinner wheel configuration. See, Texas versus Wisconsin. Sal will destroy the Twister like he did the Monsoon. Sal is a storm destroyer. I could see that, awesome. I do have Son of Whyachi winning that fight. Granted, I have been very impressed by Texas Twister this season, but I do agree with you that Son of Whyachi, with that design and the way that it spins, I have them winning that fight. I agree with you on that one.
call this one Trinity Kruger. Because you'll see.
Now, this is my pick in this one. Oh, Marble, you got huge in this one. Oh wow, I'm going Gigabyte. I'm going Gigabyte with that spinning design. Gigabyte gonna electrify the BattleBots tonight. Well, awesome. You and I are in agreement on that one. You and I are in agreement. I just the way it's designed, I think it's gonna hit huge in the right spots, and I think it's gonna create some damage. So. Now, granted, yeah, Huge does have that 34-inch spinner in the middle.
They're thinner, but they're the full size that we usually run.
Oh, and Huge's got a little mini bot too. Or is that just, oh, that was just for show. They had a little mini bot up front, but I guess that was just for show. I don't know. They moved it right after the fact.
I'm thinking that his strategy is to come up and do some damage to the top of the robot. I noticed he's using a short blade, so we're concerned about the arm mast. So it's really important for us not to.
Unless Gigabyte's weapon comes off, this will end up like Sal versus Huge. That's a good analysis, Awesome. I do agree with that. Yeah, I agree with you there. Unless that top comes off again, that has been prone to happen with Gigabyte a lot. But yeah, unless that does happen. I think this is going to go Gigabyte's way. I really do. Yeah, if Gigabyte wins this night and gets to 3-0, I mean, their spot in the top 16 is pretty much all but locked. So, all right. Hitting the buttons. Hit the button. There you go. Start that chant, Awesome. I see it. 2, 1. Let the battle begin. Oh, here comes Huge. He's trying to move in. Gigabyte backing up. Oh, Gigabyte's a bad place to be. Got hit. It basically hit itself in the corner, but it's still all right. Still spinning. Now coming to Huge. Oh, Huge goes for a ride over the top of Gigabyte there. Gigabyte trying to get on the side. Oh, Gigabyte's just hitting itself. That's the problem. Oh, it hit from the pulverizer there. Tosses Huge for a ride there. But Huge still going. No damage yet. Oh, Gigabyte's smoking. Oh, Gigabyte's smoking on the top a little bit. Huge is seeming very excited, but Huge isn't really moving all that much. He's just kind of dragging along. Oh, something came off. Something came off, but I couldn't tell what. Parts of Huge are falling off. Yeah, Huge is a push bot. It's not really doing much. Gigabyte has stopped spinning. Okay, it's Gigabyte that stopped spinning. It's now a push bot. Huge isn't really driving all that well, so this has become a pushing match. Whoa. Okay, there's parts coming off of Huge, Awesome, but Gigabyte is a push bot at this point. Gigabyte's isn't spinning anymore. Huge's spinner's still going, but its driving is kind of having an issue. So this is really it's pretty much a push battle at this point. Gigabyte is getting some good hits in on Huge, But Huge is really just kind of meandering. Oh, nice shot from Gigabyte there. I would say Gigabyte's winning, Awesome. I would say. Because he's dishing out a lot more damage. And a little bit better in terms of aggression. I would say right now, if it were to go to the judges right now, Gigabyte would probably win by split. Oh, big shot there. More pieces coming off of Huge. Yes. Those are impressive shots in terms of the judges. Oh, into the screws. Huge just got put in the screws by Gigabyte. Oh, he's on the screws. Can he get off? Oh. He's not moving. Oh, this could be over. Trying to get off the screws. How many minutes left? They have not shown the clock yet. Oh, trying to give Huge a ride. He took him off the screws. Why would you do that, man? About 36 seconds left. I don't know why you would take Huge off the screws there. He's going to get counted out. But he's still giving Huge a ride. How many more hits can Huge take? Gigabyte's just pushing him around. Huge is not being able to do anything in this fight. Oh, another shot there from Gigabyte. 10 seconds left. This is going to go the distance, but I think Gigabyte's going to win this fight. Granted, it is taking some damage as well. Oh, boy. This is... Huge's team is psyched, but I don't know. I think Gigabyte had the aggression down, and it was dishing out some good hits. Granted, Gigabyte did take some damage later in the fight. I don't know now. This could honestly go either way. This is going to be a hard decision for the judges, I think. I'm leaning Gigabyte on this, but it would not shock me if they gave it to Huge based on the damage alone, because Gigabyte was taking a lot of damage later in the fight from that spinner. Yeah, Gigabyte also did a lot of damage to itself because it got itself in the corner, and the Huge did disable Gigabyte's weapon. We also got to keep that in mind. They made it a pusher bot the rest of the fight. So
they had to adapt in real time, and I tell you what, they almost pulled off the knockout.
Yeah, they should have, because he put him on the screws and then took him off. That didn't make any sense.
You got to think that the judges, who had a front row seat for that one, were scoring some control points for Gigabyte there. But then, at the end of the fight, Gigabyte, motionless.
At the end of the fight, yes, Gigabyte was smoking, but I don't think you can make that the sole reason to give Huge the win. I don't think they should do that. All right, here we go. Unanimous decision. Huge wins by unanimous? Wow. Wow, I am stunned at that decision. And the fans are booing. The fans are booing. They don't like that decision. I think they were booing. I think they were saying Huge. I think they were actually booing. Wow, I am stunned by that decision. I am honestly stunned.
Bend down that top, jam right up on it, and it worked first hit. Perfect. And it was awesome.
How sure were you that it was actually going to work?
10%.
I can't believe that. I'm stunned at that result. That's one of the more stunning results of the season. I think they only took into account the fact that Gigabyte was taking damage later in the fight. I think that's all they took into account.
Top 16 or not was made for breaking this fight.
Congratulations, man. That was amazing.
Yeah, Marble, you did call it. You did call it, but wow, I'm stunned. Gigabyte's team just looks devastated. Like they don't understand how they lost that fight. I think they only took the fact of they only took like the last minute of the fight into account. They didn't take into account the fact that Gigabyte had been dominating with those hits, and they only took into account the fact that the weapon was disabled and it got damaged later in the fight. I think they took too much of that into account. I don't know. To me, I'm stunned. I think Huge took a lot more damage than Gigabyte did. I don't know.
for the top 16.
Well, at least you're honest, Marble. Yeah, so Marble said I was rooting for Huge, but I think Gigabyte honestly should have won. Yeah, and that's good honesty. I'm glad that you're upfront and honest about that. Because yeah, I'm surprised as anyone. That was absolutely stunning. That was definitely an interesting way to start the night. To come back to the second half, let's just say. Wow. Let's see. Gigabyte might retire like Sub-Zero next year. I hope not. I hope not. I think they're still a good enough bot to compete, but I think tonight they just ran into a bad decision. Honestly, I'm totally stunned by that. I thought Gigabyte had way better control. I thought they were definitely more of the aggressor. I think they just factored. I mean, I understand damage is worth more points in terms of the point system. But I think the judges factored that in way too much, and they factored in just like the latter half or the latter third of the fight. They didn't really look at the whole scope of the fight and just focused on that last minute. So I can't agree with them on that one. I honestly thought Gigabyte should have won that. But we've seen plenty of instances of prior seasons where bots have been screwed over before. So I guess I can't say that it doesn't happen in the sport. It does. There are a lot of decisions that aren't agreed with. So yeah, I can't say I agree with that one. Worse than Duck versus Bombshell, the Last Chance Rumble. That's close. That one was really bad. That one I vehemently disagreed with. Yeah, that one I don't think it's as bad as that. I think in terms of the last several seasons, that one's probably the worst. Because that one, I will not forget the look on Hal Rucker's face and how devastated he was that he did not get in. I felt like he deserved to win that Rumble and be in the top 16. Granted, again, hindsight is 20/20, but then we wouldn't have gotten Bombshell's upset over Tombstone had that not happened. But again, we couldn't have known. Hell, Duck might have beat Tombstone too. We will never know. So yeah, it's not as bad as that, because I think, in my opinion, that's the worst. But it's a pretty close second. It's a pretty close second. Because I honestly think that Gigabyte should have won that fight. I was just so stunned by that. By unanimous too. Like, I at least thought it'd be a split, but a unanimous. Wow, that's the more stunning thing to me, that it was a unanimous decision and not a split. I just think they took that last minute too much into account, and I understand that damage is worth more points, but I just feel like they looked at that too big. Like they were more looking, under a microscope and not under like a panorama. Like they weren't looking at the big picture of things. So I don't know. I don't like it. I don't agree with it, but that's the decision they made. So we have to accept it and move on. Breaker Box and Uppercut up next. A battle of 1-0 rookies. I was very impressed with Breaker Box's first fight. Granted, that was way back in episode 3, back in June, when they beat Falcon by split decision. Falcon's had a rough year too, by the way. Speaking of the Son of Whyachi team, Falcon has had, and the Ewart family, Falcon has had a rough go this year. Falcon's had a rough go. But Breaker Box won by split, and then Uppercut we saw back in July when they actually beat Mammoth in a knockout and set Mammoth on fire. So because of that alone, that's why I'm leaning Uppercut in this fight, because their win was a lot more impressive. To take down the bot size of Mammoth, certainly impressive. With that being the puncher bot against Breaker Box, a little bit smaller bot. But certainly a solid win over Falcon. But Uppercut has just so impressive to me. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that team is going to bring in this second fight. Sorry, Glenn. All right. We're back. It's one of the most anticipated of the night? Really? That's saying a lot.
You know him from Nightmare fame. This thing doesn't look anything like Nightmare, but he's super excited. It's 1-0, and he thinks that it's the real deal.
Absolutely. Jim Spentowski, one of the most experienced ball builders.
Breaker box built by the guy from Nightmare. So
literally undergrads at MIT.
Against Uppercut,
by
the
Alex Vittori.
kids from MIT, another MIT team.
Yo-yo champions. He's already got a bunch of hardware on his mantle. So this is a lot that's coming off of its first BattleBots victory. They look the part. They got the boxing robe,
They
the
just
gloves, the
dominated,
stick,
man.
but it's a pretty good bot as well.
No, without a doubt, their bot is firing
Set
literally.
fire
So
to man.
I can't wait to see what it does here in this one.
What's your punch look like? Did they do it that way?
Uppercut.
Yeah, thank you. Let's check out what their punch looks like. Farouk, take it away.
All right.
In the red square, we've got a 1033 emergency. The 1020, the BattleBots. What's the 1036? Time for smashing. You're going to need to take a 10100. 10-4, good buddy? It's
Breaker box. I love the design. I love the LED screen on the top. I love that design. Awesome. We got Breaker Box and Uppercuts coming up here. Battle of 1-0 rookies. I got Uppercut in this one. I got Uppercut. For gosh sakes, they set Mammoth on fire. Like, you know. No, Awesome, you didn't miss a fight. You're good. Nope, you're good. This is fight number 2. You're good.
from MIT, but it's serving up a dying punch. And you're about to get Kool-Aid out.
Kool-Aid out.
Yeah. It's the bot that pours on the shot.
Awesome, you got Breaker Box in this one. All right. We differ on that one, though. I got Uppercut. Oh, the kid's breaking out the yo-yos. Very nice. Very nice. A lot of Uppercut fans in the stands, holding up the boxing glove signs.
Is going to be a very durable robot because they've been building BattleBots for a long time. They're known for being pretty reliable. So our plan is
Breaker Box is reliable. This is true.
Wait in the middle of the arena and see what happens when they come at us. Most of the scare of our robot is our robot taking the hits that it delivers. So we're hoping that we can knock them out before something stupid happens to our robot. They punch him into the ceiling.
Ooh, punch him into the ceiling? I want to see that, please. Yes.
From the front end of that robot, but I've noticed when I see him in the test arena, he's very tippy. So I'm going to take that opportunity to get around the
That's
side.
true. If Breaker Box can attack from the sides, because Uppercut is very, very tilty, not really well centered. So if he can attack from the sides, that could be a way that Breaker Box wins this fight. But we will see.
Here we go. Inspired design taking on Breaker Box, which is literally a box.
A box. No, it's literally a box. Hit the button. Oh, they both hit the button. Very nice. Yeah, hit it in my head. Ow! He hit the uppercut guy, hit the button with his head. I love it. Can't break a box with an uppercut. We'll see. We'll see, Awesome. This should be a good one. Here we go.
Against Alex Vittori, who you have to think has been to Florida. It's go time, Kenny.
Here we go. 2, 1. Let the battle begin. Here they come. Oh, missed it. Oh, big shot there from Uppercut. Shook the Breaker Box up a little bit. Oh, but they're still going. Oh, here's Breaker Box going on the sides, just like what he wanted to do. Then Uppercut's getting already tipsy. Oh, a big shot there from Uppercut. Oh, damage that wedge in front there on Breaker Box. And Breaker Box put itself into the screws. Oh, a nice hit from Breaker Box there. The wedge bots are also trying to get in on the fun. little mini bots. When I say breaker, you say box. I like it, Awesome. I like it. Oh, breaker box now trying to get uppercut in the side there. Oh, uppercut's on its side though, but it's got back righted. Oh, breaker box is taking uppercut for a ride. Uppercut is on its side right now, but it can still drive. That's very impressive. Breaker box, though, definitely being more the aggressor right now, although I will say its uppercut is dishing out more damage. Because that wedge on breaker box is really kind of uppercut, though, kind of doing a dance on its side, though. Oh, breaker box is starting to smoke a little bit. Wow, we're around 1:30 in. Breaker box, though, is starting to smoke a little bit on the left-hand side. Is it starting to burn out? Oh, breaker box isn't moving. Not really moving all that much, except for the wedge. Oh, there it goes. It wasn't moving for a while, but now it's good. Although they're really not doing much to each other. They're just kind of flipping out here. Uppercut might have some drive issues. I'm not sure. Oh, big hit there from uppercut. Is breaker box going to get countered out? Okay, the kill saws are active. Oh, breaker box is getting counted out for no movement. Wow, no transitional movement. Breaker box is getting counted out. That's a knockout. Uppercut by knockout. Wow. Another impressive win for uppercut. Breaker box was smoking and wasn't showing any transitional movement, so that's why it got counted out.
Yeah, absolutely. They did a great job.
Wow.
Exactly what he wanted to do.
Breaker box doesn't quite have the funding. I think that's pretty clear, Jeremy. I think for sure that's pretty clear. Breaker box is disappointing you, Awesome. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It put in some good shots, but it started smoking. It just got burned out. BattleBots is so competitive now. It is, Jeremy. Absolutely, it is. And it's great to see. It's great to see such a big field like this, and that there is so much parity in the sport. This is great for the sport. This is awesome. And uppercut improves to 2-0. Breaker box drops to 1-1.
Here with the victorious Alex Sartori from Team Uppercut. Give us a breakdown of the fight, man.
We knew it'd be a tough fight because Breaker Bots is a very experienced team. We knew they
summon the dreaded Nightmare. When are we going to see Nightmare, by the way? Nightmare is on the BattleBots website as one of the bots this season. When are we going to see it? Like, I want to see Nightmare again. I think it'd be great. Like, we haven't seen it the whole season. When are we going to see it?
Well done. You guys keep getting better.
Nightmare is retired, I'm sure. Again, then why is it on the website? I wouldn't think it'd be on BattleBots' website if it was retired. I don't know. I find that very, very weird that because it's listed on the website. And Austin says, nope, not yet. Again, I mean, it's just me. I don't know if it's just me. I don't think it would be on the website if they weren't taking part in the season in some capacity, but I don't know. But there have been a few we haven't seen, so I don't know. No, Breaker Box is not a world beater that Nightmare once was. I agree with that comment, Kenny Florian. Uppercut certainly makes a case. They do.
It's China's Wan Hu taking on Mammoth.
Up next is Wan Hu and Mammoth. Coming up after the break. Looking forward to that one, seeing if Mammoth can bounce back. And I think they will after that, what happened then with Uppercut. Probably has a last episode fight like Tantrum and Tombstone. That would make sense, Awesome. If we haven't seen it, we haven't seen Nightmare at this point all season. That might make sense that they would be in a last fight. That very, very well could be the case. Maybe not competing in the season itself, but something like that. That certainly is a possibility. I didn't think of that. Glad that you brought that up. Nightmare is one scary bot to watch, like Deep Six is. Deep Six scares a lot of people. I'm one of them. Like, that's a great point, Jeremy. Deep Six is a scary bot, and we'll get to see Deep Six later tonight. And I can only imagine what it's going to do to poor Nelly the Ellie bots. Oh, Nelly. torn up in its first fight. Like I get it. It's cute. It's a novelty thing, but it's not a strong competitor. It's kind of, you know, I don't want to say it's like Battle Royale with cheese bad, but it's kind of making a case. But yeah. Must have Sal versus Nightmare. Oh, awesome. That would be a really good one. That would be a great fight to watch. Absolutely. I'd love to see that. I would definitely love to see that. So you must have Nightmare, Sal, Deep Six, Huge, Mammoth. Yeah, get all the huge bots, get all the bigger bots together. Like, yeah, the Ultimate Rumble. I think you could call it that. Yeah, get all the bigger bots together, all the, you know, seasoned veterans, these massive machines. Yeah, and put them all in there together. Last one standing. Let's go. I love that. Did you see the preview? LOL, I'm stuck. I did not see the preview, Jeremy. What was that? Was that something with Deep Six? Did Deep Six get stuck or something? Although we have had a bot this season that got stuck in the floor and lost. Hello, Cobalt. Do we not, lest we forget that. One of the suckiest ways to lose in BattleBots this season, getting stuck in the floor. I did not see that, though. I hope it didn't happen tonight. Gosh. Oh, Nelly got stuck on the floor. Okay, Nelly got stuck on the floor and Deep Six was approaching. Oh, snap. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Well, then that intrigues me. Oh, it was on Facebook BattleBots page. Okay. That's probably why I didn't see it, because I'm on Twitter a lot more often than Facebook. So that's probably why I didn't see that. Oh, okay. that intrigues me now. I'm more intrigued for that fight now just because Jeremy brought that up. And probably Chris Rose will go like, "No, have mercy," or something to that effect. Have mercy, Deep Six. Don't do it. Don't do it to the poor little alley bot. Can I just say how much I love their commentary too? Like I love it that Chris Rose and Kenny Florian get so into it. Like I love that. Granted, when you're announcing BattleBots, you kind of like have to like be really into it. But I love how into it they get. I love it. Let the bigger bots pick on someone their own size. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point there, Awesome. That's a very good point. Just let them beat up each other. You know, yeah, we see that we see big versus small a lot in BattleBot fights, and yeah, but to imagine them all in one rumble together, that'd be awesome. That'd be great to see that for sure. For sure. Nope. Still got a couple more commercials here. What is Whyachi going to do against a big bot like that? Like how are they going to? I mean, granted they're a spinner, so I don't know where, you know, unless they just again hit Mammoth repeatedly, you know, to get him off kilter, kind of like what Uppercut did. I don't know how they're going to win this fight. I'm actually going with Nelly on that fight because the hit on the wedge and Deep Six self-destructs. Ugh. Really, Awesome? I don't know. Let's see. They need to charge and slide to the side for Mammoth. Okay, that's a good point, Jeremy. All right, we are back. Is Buddy going to join you? No, unfortunately, Awesome. Nate is not going to join me tonight, unfortunately. He's spending time with his wife next door again. I mentioned it in the intro. They want to spend time tonight. Happy wife, happy life. So, no, I'm flying solo on this one.
Ricky Willows and Team Mammoth. And if you remember, he's the guy who was in our crowd a season ago. He took a souvenir picture with the giant nut, and he's like, "I'm going to go win that thing next year. I'm going to build the biggest, baddest bot they've ever seen. Baddest, we don't know. Biggest, you win, my man."
Yep. Mammoth time. To think that he was in the crowd last year, and now here he is actually competing. Liability issues will claim Whyachi's life. That's a valid point, Awesome. That is a valid point. Whyachi does not have much of a reach at 4.3 inches, but that 240-mile-an-hour spinner, that's very impressive, I will say.
It's your classic Whyachi versus Goliath matchup.
Whyachi versus Goliath matchup, literally.
Stop what you're doing, because he's about to ruin the BattleBots style that you're used to. And yo, it's not funny. From the Ming Dynasty, I hope the world is ready to get beat by
Whyachi 1-1 on the season, along with Mammoth. So the winner tonight guaranteed their second victory of the season.
The size of that giant monster that can chew on some rubber with their 48-pound disc spinning at 240 on the
See, I just hope Mammoth can actually reach Whyachi, unlike how Huge couldn't touch Son of Whyachi. Again, valid point, Awesome. That for sure.
But it's also got a launcher and tusk. And those are going to kick your butt.
Kick your butt. I thought I was gonna say kick your bot. That would have been an easy kick your bot joke there, Farouk. Maybe that was too easy. Maybe Farouk only goes for the tougher jokes.
Ricky went up to his team. Finally had this monstrosity.
Mammoth for the W. I agree with you, Awesome. I got Mammoth in this one. I do. I have Mammoth. Not the one who has not been impressive, but I think Mammoth needs a bounce back win. After what happened against Uppercut, Mammoth needs a bounce back victory. So I got Mammoth.
But they'll try to use their opposing size to bully Whyachi and use the BattleBots to their advantage.
Mammoth. Let's get it going. Whoa, there's that fire. There we go. You got a flaming little pinwheel going. Trying like Whyachi's like, okay, I see it. Yeah, let's not have that happen again, Mammoth. What'd you miss? Marble, you were away. You missed Uppercut knocking out Breaker Box. Breaker Box smoked and then didn't have transitional movement, so got counted out. So that's what you missed. Yep. Let the battle begin. Oh, Mammoth trying to take Whyachi for a ride there. That's not where Whyachi wants to be. You don't want to be on those in the front of Mammoth for sure. Oh, Mammoth's trying to take Whyachi for a ride, but Whyachi gets away. Oh, trying to get it, but trying to get under it there. Oh, trying to put Whyachi on the screw. No, not quite. Mammoth just giving Whyachi rides. Like, Whyachi cannot really do much right now. He can't stay away from the front of Mammoth. That's a problem here. Yeah, that's good driving by Mammoth. You can hear that spinner of Whyachi firing up, but it's not being able to do much right now against Mammoth. It can't stay away from the front of Mammoth in that spinner. Oh, we got parts flying off of Whyachi. We got parts flying off. Whyachi parts flying into the ceiling of the battle box. But it's still going, though. Whoa! Tried to go over the top, but Mammoth there kind of stumbles a bit. Those forks are kind of getting kind of beat up. And Whyachi now has no primary weapon, so its spinner is stopped. So its spinner is completely stopped. It's completely dead. We got drive trains on the floor. I don't know who those are from, but right now, Whyachi's just a push bot, and Mammoth's just going to keep giving it rides. We're about 1 minute, 15 seconds to go, and Whyachi now is smoking. Whyachi is smoking on the left-hand side. We don't know what it could be. It could be tires, motors, we don't know. But right now, Mammoth has dominated this fight pretty much from start to finish. Kill saws now are active. We got 1 minute left. But it's clear that this fight is one-sided. Whyachi has been able to do anything aside from a few hits. Oh, going to push into the screws. Oh, but got denied. Mammoth's just beating Whyachi up all over the box. Even if this goes to the judges, I think it'd be clear that Mammoth would win this fight. Whyachi takes a shot there from the pulverizer. Oh, kill and the kill saws, just for added bonus. Well, it looks like this is going to go to the judges, but I don't see how Mammoth could lose this fight. This would be more. This would be if it would be more shocking that if the judges don't give Mammoth this win. This would be more shocking than the first fight. So it will go to the judges. So, and Mammoth lost a chain at the end, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think Mammoth is going to win this by unanimous. Again, I'd be shocked if any other outcome happened. I think Mammoth is going to win this by UD. Whyachi could not do anything against that bot. It couldn't avoid the front. It got him maybe one big shot in the middle of the fight, and then after that, that was it. Mammoth just dominated from start to finish. Mammoth needs a flamethrower. Yeah, it'd be a nice added piece there, Awesome. I agree with you on that. It kind of had the flames coming out of of its spinner to show off at first. Didn't really use them during the fight. Didn't really have to because it was just pushing Whyachi around the box and doing damage. But yeah, this needs to be unanimous for Mammoth. It has to be. I can't imagine any other outcome.
2 for aggression and 2 for control. That decision's coming your way right after that.
And, of course, commercial. While the judges deliberate, we go to commercial. No, I would be totally shocked if there were any other outcome than Mammoth by unanimous because that was a one-sided affair. Whyachi could not do anything effective aside from maybe one big shot where Mammoth was kind of briefly getting off kilter a bit when it went underneath it. Aside from that, Whyachi didn't do anything, and then it was smoking toward the end of the fight. So we factor that into account. This has to be, I think, a unanimous win for Mammoth, and that a win would get Mammoth to 2-1. Certainly, the top 16 is still an option, especially if it wins its last fight. I certainly, the case could certainly be made for Mammoth to get into the top 16. Granted, there's going to be a lot of bots, in kind of maybe I think the 3-1, 2-2 ranges by the end of the season before we get to the main tournament. But certainly, if Mammoth gets to 3-1, I don't know how you can leave it out. I don't, considering how well it's designed, its sheer size, what it brings to the table. I don't know how you could leave that out, honestly. But it just depends on, who it's got to go up against, what they've done in their fights, and what the committee thinks is going to be, is going to put, the best. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, I think Mammoth is going to get this win by unanimous. I do. Fire plus Mammoth, utter terror for all robots. Yeah, it certainly could. I was bummed it didn't have to really use because it was showing off during the pre-fight, and it had little like flame things attached to its weapon, and was spinning them and kind of showing off, and it never used them during the fight. So, but again, it didn't really have to because it was just completely just shoving Whyachi around, doing what it wanted. And not really needing to use those. So yeah, it didn't need to. Still a terrifying bot. Let's not kid ourselves. But yeah, still a massive bot. I do want to make one quick point while we're in commercial break. If you notice my light up sign here, continue to pray for the people of Dayton and El Paso affected by the recent tragedies there, the shootings there. The El Paso one and the one in Mississippi, very close to my heart because they happen in Walmarts, and I work at Walmart here in my hometown. So that one those hit very, very hard and very personal for me. So I know that my fellow Walmart associates are grieving. So to those in El Paso and South Haven, and in Dayton, I grieve with you. I continue to pray for you for your loss, and we'll, changes need to be made. Let's just say what it is. Changes. I don't get big into politics, but let's be real. Changes need to be made in some way. So I'm just going to throw that out there and just say that something needs to be done. So, but you're in my heart. You're in my thoughts. Just had to throw that out there because I'm sure it's hard not to notice, but just wanted to get that out there. So yeah, I would be shocked if Mammoth didn't win this. I really would.
I want to check something out.
One day, they'll be back to that.
You're selling this. If they sell it to me, you get to build it. I get to keep it selling. Man, that's messed up. It is kind of fun.
One day, I'll be back to that starts at 9 when Discovery and Discovery Go.
All right, we are back with the decision.
We just seen Whyachi and Bandit go toe-to-toe in a tightly contested match.
I don't know about tightly contested there, Chris Rose. I would say one-sided. Why would it take that long? This should be like clear cut. Unanimous decision. What? One who by unanimous. How? Fucking how?
Were you not surprised by the decision at all?
I am.
裁判的裁决是不是感到很惊讶呢？我觉得这场比赛非常
哇哦
然后我知道我的对手是他们的时候，我完全就惊呆了，我不知道该怎么办。但是很幸运我们获胜。
Wow, that's even more stunning. Yeah, awesome. Mammoth lost. I can't believe it. Wow. What did they do? What did they do to win? I don't. And by unanimous, I don't understand. Is this for real? I don't know, Awesome. I don't know what reality the judges are living in tonight, but they've, to my opinion, they have made two absolutely horrible decisions. And that one's worse than the first. I am just absolutely stunned. Absolutely stunned. No, you're right, Austin. One who did absolutely nothing. All they did was sit in front, and then their primary weapon got disabled.
Where they're coming from? I mean, certainly our front forks got a little torn up. We messed up our own weapon there. Our drive side.
Yeah, your front fork got damaged, but that was it.
Was damaged from the other team. They did keep coming at us, but yeah, I thought we had the control. I thought we had the.
You had everything. You got fucking robbed, man.
You're getting better and better, Ricky. Thank you.
You got robbed, man. That decision is worse than the duck one. Yeah, that I'll agree with you, Awesome. That I agree with. This is going under robbery. That's what that is. Robbery. That's terrible. That is BattleBots robbery. I don't understand that at all. I mean, yeah, the first one, that was bad. That was bad. That wasn't robbery. That's what that was. Wow. Wow. I don't know what else to say on that one. I don't know what else to say. Wow. I can't even watch the piss segment. I have to process what just happened. Wow. That's the worst. That's the complete worst. Sal's going to win by a knockout. Well, that's how they usually either win or lose by knockout, right? Like that usually with Texas Twister. Call the popo. We got a robber. Yes. I mean, oh my gosh, that is the worst. I would like to know exactly what they saw in Wanhu to win that fight. I can't comprehend it. I really can't. If Sal does not win, what? The night is bunk. If is that the night is bunk. This has been a pretty bunk night already. You know that I've gotten 2 out of 3 wrong, and the 2 I got wrong were terrible judges' decisions. Like I don't know what they're seeing. Like I mean, I can give them like 1 bad decision per episode, but 2 in the same episode, yikes! Like that is wow. I don't know what else to say. That one's tough to accept. That one, I know we have to accept it, but whew, that one's tough. My friend made a robot from a PS2. Oh, by the way, hi, Joby. And it only goes in one direction. It can't turn. It's pretty bad. At least your friend made an attempt. Making an attempt. At least you made an attempt. That's cool. The judges are on something. Now, we don't want to speculate. We don't want to conjecture anything. We don't want to advocate for that. Oh, man. But wow is the word. Yes, wow is the word. The title of this episode should just be wow. And that's it. Like this. You know, wow. That's really all I can say at this point. If Sal loses by a terrible decision, what has the world come to? I mean, yeah. It got on fire from overheated batteries. Ooh, Joby. Okay, that's not good. Okay, that's not good. Again, at least he tried. At least he made the effort to build it. But yeah, catching on fire from overheated batteries. Yeah, not a good outcome. Judges by smoking. Oh, awesome. Never change. Oh, gosh. Or sauce. I'm sorry. I like to be called sauce, not awesome. I keep forgetting that. But yeah, sauce, never change. Yeah, what can you say except for wow? I don't know. I mean, again, the first one. Okay, cool. The first one I can sort of understand because there's at least a decent reason for it. Gigabyte was smoking late in the fight and did take some damage late, so they weighed more into that on the smaller scale than the larger scale. What did Wanhu do in the large scale of that fight at all to deserve a unanimous win? I mean, it's like this is a Bruder film. Can we find one piece of evidence to deserve why Wanhu won that fight? I couldn't watching it in real time. I don't know. I feel like at some point we like just watch that back and see like. What did Wanhu not do? Yes, I like that. That's good. What did it not do? Let's see, Joby. I couldn't decide who should win in the first match. I think we all were torn on the first one. I mean, granted, I was leaning Gigabyte in the first one, but like I said at the end, I wouldn't be shocked if Huge won by a split. I was not expecting Huge by a unanimous. That's what shocked me. That's not as egregious as what just happened, but certainly. But again, with that one, and I mentioned this and I emphasize this. I think they were looking more at the smaller picture. They were looking at the last minute of the fight, and they put more emphasis on the damage done to Gigabyte at the end than the scope of the entire fight. The last fight, again, I did not see any reason at all why Wanhu should have won that fight. So I don't know. Mammoth does need justice. Mammoth gets set on fire by Uppercut and then gets absolutely robbed of a win. For whatever reason, I don't know. Woo-woo, that's the sound of the police. That's right. Because that was just straight up BattleBots robbery. That's what that was. That is, congratulations, Hal Rucker. You're no longer the worst robbery in BattleBots. That's the worst. That's the worst. That was just absolutely pathetic. Mammoth should have totally won. Well, as hard as it is to move on from that we must. So now we're ready for Son of Whyachi and Texas Twister. Son of Whyachi 1-1. Obviously, we know their story. They're a veteran. But Texas Twister, the rookie, I put him as one to watch at the start of the season. And they're 2-0. So, but I don't think they've run to a bot as strong as Son of Whyachi.
Standing in his way is Son of Whyachi. They check in at 1-1, and I asked them, worry about your opponent or you when it comes to damage.
No, they do not care. Yeah.
That's right. Again, this is a high energy weapon. It does a lot of damage.
Sal just does a lot of damage. Oh, Sal is the police now. Okay. I like that, Sauce. Okay. You're on Team Sal Joby. I am too tonight. And we know, and Sauce, I know you are. So.
It's about to be a family affair. Against these band of brothers, you don't have a prayer. They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, but it does when the apple gets hit by the sun.
Son of Whyachi.
This is a huge swing right for Son of Whyachi. 2-1, and you're looking good. 1-2, well, now that's not so good.
No. Sal was here to deliver justice in the name of Mammoth. Don't know about that, but here's hoping. I want to see Hydra versus Sal. Oh, that would be awesome. That'd be the family battle. Yes. Yep. I agree. I agree with all of that. Yep. I agree.
That just keeps brewing. Sound the alarm and get ready for a whole mess of chili cone carnage. Look out, sister. Here comes
Texas Twister. Okay. They have little frog on top of their stick there because they're Team Toad. That's why it makes sense. I'm like, why is the frog up there? I'm like, okay, Team Toad. Makes sense. Sal will shatter Texas Twister's disc. Here's hoping. Here's hoping.
It's got those big wheels hanging out, but I'm probably gonna avoid those primarily to stay focused on this weapon.
That's a good strategy. Yep, stay focused on the weapon. Or break the robot in two. Hey, I'm all up for seeing that. Sal for the win. I think we're all in agreement here. I think we all want to see Son of Whyachi win this one. Anyone rooting for Texas Twister in the room? I think we're all on Son of Whyachi here. I think we're all in agreement. Quick question. Name a better mascot than Mono Duck. If I knew who Mono Duck was, I could probably answer that better. But you might have to fill me in there a little bit, Sauce, on who that is. This one's about to get ugly, says Chris Rose. Well, we've seen a lot of ugly tonight, Chris Rose. I don't know how this can top it. We've seen two ugly results. Oh, Mono Duck is Black Dragon's mascot. Okay, they're Duck. That's right. Okay. I didn't know it had a name. Okay. Yeah, that's tough. Hey, the Duck brought him good luck, so. One. Let the bot battle begin. Here we go. Oh, Texas Twister went for a shot, but missed. Son of Whyachi trying to go in on those. Oh, right in the front. Oh, big hit. Oh, Texas Twister's out of the box. Oh, you can see on the screws. Oh, it was out of the box, but now it jumped back in. It was out for a minute, then it fell right back on the screws and got back in. Oh, parts flying off. Big hits. Oh, man. Texas Twister is stopped. He's done. That one big hit from Son of Whyachi just stopped him. He's done. He's done. Son of Whyachi is going to win. Knockout. One big hit and done. Wow. There you go. Sal is a beast. What more can we say? There you go. Sal bounced the box off the box wall. Well, he knocked Texas Twister all around the box. Gave Texas Twister a ride outside the box, bounced it off the glass, then came back in, then finally one more, got armor flying off. The guts are showing out. The whole backside of Texas Twister came off. And then with one more final big hit, that did it. That did it. Yep. Sal the one-hit wonder. Yep. Pretty much. Either they win by knockout or they lose by knockout. Yeah, so fast. Yeah, it comes at you quick. Yep.
It was quick, but please talk us through it.
Not even a minute. No.
Myself, because we both flew in opposite directions as soon as we collided, and I was watching my bot, and then all of a sudden I turned around, they were almost up on the screws there. And,
Texas Twister is overrated. Ooh. Ooh, that's a big claim there, Sauce. Breaking out the overrated. Breaking out the overrated chant now, are you? All right. Well, it hadn't faced a bot like Son of Whyachi, so I figured, Son of Whyachi's going to take the one shot, and that's exactly what happened.
How does that feel?
The balance and the force is restored.
A lot better chances of getting into
For now, that at least was that at least was somewhat. Yeah, so we've had two good ones and two not so good. So yeah, there is balance for the moment.
Both those robots are 2-1, but when you look at Son of Whyachi, all three of their fights have ended in a knockout. Their only losses against Whiplash, one of the best spots in the competition. That thing is gnarly.
Yeah, Son of Whyachi is gnarly. If Son of Whyachi gets to 3-1, they're in the top 16 for sure. For sure.
You have a shot against any bot in the competition.
And for Texas Twister, they fall to 2-1 after that vicious KO.
I guarantee you,
Vicious indeed.
now. Being undefeated at 2-0 is a different deal than 2-1 when you have so many great bots.
I hope Falcon can win at least one battle. Hope it can live up to the sound name. Yeah, Falcons really had a rough go of it this season, Joby. It's had a rough go. It's I think like 0-2, 0-3. It's had a real rough season, and hasn't lived up to the Ewart name. But yeah, here's hoping. Falcon is no Sal, that's for sure. Yes, I think we can all agree with that. That's definitely the case for sure. So yeah, that was expected. after we get a fight of complete robbery, and then we get the expected. Here's Son of Whyachi, bam, winner. We get that in a matter of seconds. So yeah, I think if anything else again had happened, it would be like full scale, complete, complete craziness. But yeah, that was to be expected. So, all right, we got after the break, we got Sub-Zero and P1 coming up next. Haven't really seen these bots much this season. Sub-Zero we've seen once. It was way back in episode 1, where it did lose to Cobalt by knockout. So we haven't seen Sub-Zero in a long time. Now P1, as I mentioned in the intro, first time I've seen P1 on Discovery this year, actually on TV. Period. It was in a non-televised fight. Lost to Sidewinder. That's who it lost to. I think I spoke wrong earlier, but of who it lost to. It lost by Sidewinder. By knockout in a non-televised fight. So first time we'll see P1. Let's see. Hal Rucker is better than Al Roker. Maybe not at his job. Maybe not at his job, but well, the BattleBots, yes. Forecasting the weather, I don't know. I think I'd have to lean Al on that one, but who knows? I'd love to see. Let's see. Marble says I'd love to see Hypershock and Bite Force. So would I. I think that'd be a great fight. Again, I've said time and time again how impressed I am with Hypershock this season and Will Bales, and then bouncing back the way that they have. I've been ever since he gave that interview in one of the early episodes, I've been very impressed, and I'm really rooting for Hypershock. So, yeah, I'd love to see that fight too. See, I think Sub-Zero is going to win. Jovi says I might be wrong though. I got Sub-Zero in this one too, only because I haven't seen P1 yet, so I don't know what to expect from P1. We haven't seen them televised yet, so I don't know what to expect from P1. So because I've seen Sub-Zero this season, that's the only reason why I'm picking Sub-Zero here. Saw says I want P1 to win, but I think Sub-Zero might win. Okay, so you're kind of torn. But you got P1 winning. Okay, so you got P1 for the dub. All right, so this one I expect this one to be very, very divided. I got Sub-Zero in this one only because I've seen Sub-Zero this year. I don't know what to expect from P1 because I haven't seen P1 yet. I do like the design though. I will say that much. I do like P1 with the kind of the race car with that design. I do like that. But again, Sub-Zero being a flipper. And we know that there are some very powerful flippers in BattleBots. So I think that's the reason why I would take Sub-Zero as well. A rematch for the ages. Which one are you referring to, Joby? Is that Hypershock and Bite Force? I think that's probably what you're referring to. Because they have fought before. So yeah, but I would certainly love to see it again for sure. Absolutely, I would love to see that again. Considering how much again Hypershock has bounced back. So okay, I figured it's what you were talking about, Joby. I think Sub-Zero and Bronco might take pointers from Hydra. I think a lot of flippers are going to take pointers from Hydra after this season because, granted, for the longest time we all thought who's the gold standard of flippers? Well, that's Bronco obviously because every time usually we see Bronco in a match, it's flipping a bot out of the battle box. But now, after what we've seen from Hydra, we're back. Never mind. That's a quick commercial break. But yeah, I agree with that. I think Hydra certainly a lot of bots are going to take pointers from. All right, Sub-Zero and P1. Okay, P1 is a reverse flipper. Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Also 0-1 on the year.
And Hypershock almost beat Bite Force before. That's right, Marble. That's right. I do remember that. That's right. Hypershock did give Bite Force a good fight.
So let's take a closer look.
Thanks, guys. I checked in with Jerry and Team Sub-Zero after their brutal loss.
Cobalt is awesome. Cobalt is awesome, Joby. I've been impressed. Speaking of bots, talking about bots that have come back. Cobalt has been very impressive too, coming back for sure. Yeah, that was a very impressive return for Cobalt against Sub-Zero.
Take me through the damage and the challenges you faced in that fight.
There was a lot of extreme damage. Actually, this is grade 5 titanium armor.
Oh my god.
Oh wow. Grade 5 titanium armor and Cobalt cut right into that stuff. Wow. And cut into the frame. Good grief, Cobalt.
The ram is what makes the weapon go up like this. These are
But it didn't really damage the internal parts of Sub-Zero, which is good. Reminds me of their days as Carbide on Robot Wars. Okay, see, I was more BattleBots only. I didn't really watch Robot Wars a lot growing up, so I didn't really get into that. Because I don't know, were they competing with each other like in the early days? Like, were they on like different channels in the same like time slot? I don't know, but I'm not for certain. But I didn't really watch Robot Wars all that much. I was strictly more BattleBots only, like on the on the Comedy Central days. But I do believe you.
All right, Jerry, take me through where you are now.
I had to change the frame. This is our prototype frame.
Yeah, Sub-Zero had to change its frame completely. That is crazy. It was so damaged.
Is there anything you're still going to be working on?
We found out our next one was K1.
Oh, Robot Wars is on YouTube. Oh, cool, Jovi. Okay, I might have to check that out. Thanks for pointing that out. I might have to check that out.
Before your next fight.
That's cool. That's cool that you actually see it on YouTube. That's cool. And I will look up Carbide for sure. I will look up for sure.
And actually, we can't put this up right in because of weight. The arm will have to.
Oh, so that hopefully that won't backfire on them. Sub-Zero has to put in, because of weight, they can't use the self-righting mechanism because of weight. So here's hoping that doesn't get taken into account. Here's hoping that doesn't backfire on them.
With a wedge that actually will flip you forward.
Yeah, this is a rare matchup, Sauce, with Flipper and Flipper. This is a rare matchup.
That is our drawback. That's our Achilles heel in this match.
Sub-Zero does look cool, Jovi. I do like the design. I like Flipper bots. I think they're very well designed. But yeah, you got a flipper and a reverse flipper. This is definitely interesting.
Thanks, Kenny. So we know what to look for with Sub-Zero, Kenny. But let's talk about P1, led by Luke Bittenbinder. He's actually a student at Clemson University. He's been a long-time BattleBots fan ever since he was a little kid.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
What's going on with this robot?
So
also a fan of motorsports.
So P1's driver is actually a student at Clemson. That's really cool. A lot of college kids you find in BattleBots. I think that's always cool to see them take that step and do that. I applaud that. That's cool. See, front hinge flippers are common in Robot Wars. Okay. Did not know that. But you still think Sub-Zero is going to win, Jovi. Okay. And I agree with you. I'm still leaning Sub-Zero here.
And Walter, back from the deep freeze. Its frostbite is strong like Hercules. It's not nice, and it'll whip you on your ice. Oh, hell no.
Sub-Zero. P1 is an experiment to see if front hinge flipper will work in BattleBots. Oh, okay. Huh. That's cool. Well, here's hoping. So far, 0-1, but let's see how it does against a fellow flipper here tonight.
It will fool you with its southern charm and flip you until you bought the farm. It's a one-way ticket to Gnarlston. It's
P1.
Here, making their on-air debut. One of the season, and they might be feeling like they're looking in the mirror.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's like looking in the mirror. It's that's a good point by Chris Rose. Mirror on mirror there. That's a good point. Oh, and P1 has a mini bot, Burnout. So
The strategy is all driving. It's to get around him on his back corner, and then start flipping. That's what you do. You don't go head on.
So also wouldn't be surprised to see Sub-Zero win.
You try to get around.
Oh yeah, because this is pretty even. This is flipper on flipper, so this is pretty even. So this could honestly go either way too. I wouldn't be surprised if P1 won myself, because even though I'm leaning Sub-Zero, but we'll see.
Chance to get in on this side. We've got a lot more speed than that, so we're going to drive circles around them and just wait for that.
Driving is going to be a key here. Driving is certainly going to be a key.
The veterans, Sub-Zero. We're going to put the newcomers on ice. That's coming away right after.
And of course, commercial break. Always perfect timing, those commercial breaks. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I think, with it being flipper against flipper, this could honestly go either way. I would not be surprised in this one. I wouldn't be too upset if P1 wins this one, even though I'm winning Sub-Zero. Yeet Garjal. Yeah, the perfect timing, those commercial breaks. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if P1 does win this, because again, it's flipper on flipper. It's pretty even. But again, because I have nothing to really judge on P1 because we haven't seen them on TV yet, that's why I'm leaning Sub-Zero here, because we've actually seen Sub-Zero this season, even though it got decimated by Cobalt. I at least know what to expect from Sub-Zero. I think Sub-Zero has speed over P1, Jovi. Yeah, I mean, certainly that speed is going to be a factor. The driving is going to be a factor. I mean, P1, I think they were talking that they're a pretty fast bot too. I think Luke said that we have speed as well. So yeah, that's going to be a play into it for sure. So it's going to boil down to really those two major things. Because again, both of them being flippers, they're not going to be able to, unless really one finds a way to get under them and flip the other. But yeah, it's going to come down to those two things. Battle of driving skill. Yep, I agree. I think it's going to come down to driving. They just showed a trailer for Angry Birds movie 2, and it wasn't like my potential list to see in theater, but I don't know. I loved the first movie. Don't get me wrong. I loved the first one, and I've been seeing some decent reviews about the second one, but I'm torn. I don't know if I want to see that or not. I'm kind of torn. The whole thing now with the birds and the pigs working together. I don't know. I don't know about that. It's kind of an old cliche, I think. I don't know, but that's just me. So I don't know. I might not. I don't know. Cobalt should have won against Duck. Is that the one that went to decision? Like, I remember when those two fought, but was that okay? That was back on episode 4 in June. Yeah, because that was the one where Cobalt got stuck on the floor. Okay, yes. That's one of the crappier ways to lose in BattleBots I've ever seen. And I commented on that, and you remember my reaction, like my jaw hit the floor, like it's happened twice tonight. Because Cobalt got stuck. Yeah, because it got stuck in the floor. That is one of the crappiest ways to lose. Cobalt dominated that fight from start to finish, and the way to lose is they get stuck in the floor. Like I felt bad for Cobalt's team. Yeah, they lost against the floor. They didn't lose to, technically they lost to Duck, but really you didn't lose to Duck. They lost to the floor. They lost to the battle box. I mean, come on now. I agree with you, Jovi. Cobalt should have won that fight. Had they not gotten stuck in the floor, they probably would have won that fight. But that was a crappy one too from earlier in the season. That was a painful loss for Cobalt. Salsa, it'd be funny if a team at a pre-fight interview would just say, hit and don't get hit. And if it goes to decision, bribe the judges. I don't know if that would get you anything. You can try. I mean, it would be funny. I will agree with that. It would be funny. Yeah. What will we see? What's your strategy? Well, we're going to hit them. They're going to hit us. We're going to try to drive better than them. And, yeah, if it goes to decision, bribe the judges. Okay. All right. We are back, and we are ready for Sub-Zero and P1. Just a joke. Yeah, okay. I get you, Sauce. I get you. All right. Here we go. Hit the buttons. Buttons. I see you. Yeah, we see you, Luke. We see you. We're really divided on this one. But I think most of us are on Sub-Zero. Sauce, you might be the only one on P1. I don't know. You might be the only one. Three, 2, 1. Let the battle begin. Oh, here goes the mini bots, though. But Sub-Zero's going in on the corner there. Sub-Zero trying to get P1 in the corner. Oh, trying to flip out of the box, but not quite. He tried to flip him, though. Oh, P1's sparking on the ground. I think he's way too low to the ground. Oh, there's a flip from Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero is flipping P1 around. P1's kind of sparking out the back like he's too low to the ground. He's kind of getting caught on the floor. Sub-Zero is really putting him in the prime position to flip P1, and he's done it twice. P1 is just not doing anything right now to impress me. Sub-Zero is doing a great job. Oh, another flip. Oh, nearly flipping out of the box again. Sub-Zero is in control right now. Oh, there's a flip. Oh, nearly got it out of the box that time. P1's on its side. Oh, Sub-Zero trying to go over the kill. Hasn't been able to do it yet, though. Oh, there's another flip. P1 is upside down, but it can drive upside down. Sub-Zero is just flipping P1 running out of the box. Sub-Zero is just dominating this fight right now. P1 having driving issues. They can't do anything against it. Sub-Zero trying to put himself in that prime position to keep flipping P1 out of the box. There it is. There it is. There it is. Sub-Zero flipped P1 right out of the battle box. This fight is over. Sub-Zero by knockout, and get your bot out of my battle box. Wow. Total knockouts. Knockout by ejection. And the mini bot got stuck somewhere in like the ceiling or the floor. Oh my goodness. Wow. Sub-Zero showed tonight that it's for real. That is a powerful flipper. It did not let P1 get anything going, anything at all. It just kept tossing it around the box and waited for that prime moment to toss P1 out. And then when it took its shot, when it had that opportunity, boom, right out, right here, boom, just multiple flips, multiple tosses around the box, and then finally, right here, get out of my battle box. And then the mini bot, boom, get out of here too. No mercy from Sub-Zero. And the crowd is chanting, Sub-Zero, Sub-Zero. They've got the crowd fired up. That is how it's supposed to work, yes.
You got the bot to work, but you also have a big-time win here in BattleBots.
We spent we've been just building parts. After our
Spiky Dash will just Sub-Zero flip something, a rare event. Wow. That was probably one of my better reactions of the season. I will give myself that. I will give myself that.
I got a case of the bot flu. I'm sorry.
Is it contagious? Because I don't want to get too. All right. Oh man, that was unbelievable. Again, you got the flipper to work. How satisfied are you after that?
I will give myself that.
Last season, they flew a couple times.
Hey, I like seeing bots get ejected. All right, I take delight in it. What can I say? What can I say? It reminded me of when actually Bronco kicked Stinger out of the box. Is what it reminded me of. It really did. It really did.
Guys, amazing fight.
Although Stinger went out in a blaze of glory and literally a blaze of fire. So not quite like that, but do you watch your vids? I do. I did check out your channel, Sauce. I did watch your vids. Very impressive, by the way. What you do with that stop motion is pretty cool stuff. That's really neat. I'm sure it takes a long time. I'm sure it's a really lengthy process. But yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome for the sub. It's really neat stuff. Go check out Sauce's channel. He's still a small channel. Didn't have a whole lot of subscribers. Hey, I was there once. I know I don't have a lot still. I don't have a massive number, but I'm growing. But he's a small. Sauce is a small channel. Check out his channel. He's got some cool stuff. He has really neat stuff with this stop motion animation. So check it out. I will vouch for small channels totally. You bet. I will vouch for small channels because I was there. I know, and I'm still kind of there, but it's nice to see that, the more content I do, stuff like this, and my other show and whatnot, the more I do, it continues to grow. So yeah, you're welcome, Sauce. Absolutely. You're welcome. You're very welcome. But yeah, that ejection by Sub-Zero was just awesome. after most of the crappy night that we've had with those two bad results, to see that and to see Sal win the way he did, kind of helps the night. It kind of helps the night. Hey, I did say the title of this was Wow, did I not? After those two bad results. So that was a wow moment. So it kind of keeps the theme going. or the alternate title being Nineception, considering that this is the 9th episode of season 9 on August 9th. Everyone's got to start somewhere. Yeah, I agree. And you know what? I've taken that advice to heart. I've taken that advice to heart, from the conventions that I go to, from the PonyCon I go to every year. When I went to had a YouTube panel, and I asked, how do you get, more subs and more, people? And really the advice I got was just, stick with it, do something on what you like, your niche, your hobby, and just go with it. And I've been patient, and that's really what has paid off. So I appreciate, everyone that watches and views and subscribes and does this chat, because it's just fun. It's fun to share it with other people. My reaction was just LOL. Well, it's natural. I love that. See, Jovi says, I'm happy to be here. Found you by accident. Wow. And I subbed you about a month ago. I remember that. I do remember that. Yep. Happy to finally be on one of your streams. Well, we're glad to have you, Jovi. It's awesome. It's awesome that we're finding. I mean, yeah, at this point, I know the regulars, like Sauce, you've been here from the start. Jeremy's been here mostly from the start. But it's nice to see more come in, with like you, Jovi, and Marble as time has gone on. So yeah, it's just great to see fellow fans, and it's just fun to see everyone's reaction as the episode goes along. So yeah, I enjoy it. It's awesome. Y'all are a good bunch. You really are. You're a good bunch. Well, we're in the commercial break right now. We got Nelly and Deep Six coming up, and again, Jeremy made the comment that now has me even more intrigued for this fight, about the preview on Facebook with Nelly getting stuck and Deep Six coming right for it. And I wonder what my reaction is going to be to that, because, I mean, if my reaction to Sub-Zero flipping P1 out of the box was any indication, who knows how I'm going to react if Deep Six comes after poor little Nelly and takes it out. So I don't know. Deep Six is going to win. Yeah, I think I certainly agree with you there, Jovi. I think Deep Six is going to win this fight. I don't see how how Nelly is going to win in any way, shape, or form after it got decimated in its first fight. I mean, so that's yeah, I would be stunned. Even I don't know about any more stunned than the first two that were tonight, but I don't know. But yeah, I think Deep Six is going to win too. Nice to find so many BattleBots fans and share my love of robot fighting. Yeah, absolutely. I can totally agree. I did this like on a whim. Like I did this on a whim, thinking, I've followed the show for years since at least in the original Comedy Central days. I watched occasionally. I wasn't like a diehard occasionally, but I watched from time to time. Then when they brought it back on ABC, I fully got back into it and started watching it. And then I just thought, one time, why don't just do a stream? Like, do a stream for it, commentate on it, have fun with it. And sure. And then I said, but I'll go a step further. And, instead of just, doing the commentary, like, aside, my other videos, like with like ATSD or with the MLP blind reaction videos, I don't enable the chat because I'm focusing on the episode and reacting that way. But with this, like I feel like you need interaction with something like this because you're experiencing the episode with those people, with the fans, and so I felt like with that, okay, I'll enable the chat on this one, do something a little different. Now, granted, I also enabled the chat during my NHL All-Star Weekend streams last year as well, and that got a lot of positive response. So and a ton of views, which I also appreciate. So so that's why I kept it going. So and then it just has become this. So I'm just so thankful and grateful that it's grown the way that it has. See, Sauce says, I was searching for BattleBots live streams and your channel came up, so I looked into your channel and I liked it, so I just come back. Awesome. That's what I want. Like that's really what I want. Yeah, that's how I want. That's how I want it. So so thank you for coming back. I appreciate that. Deep Six will be utter destruction and calamity. I agree with that. Try to do this every Friday. Let's make Friday BattleBots Day. It pretty much is. So yeah, I have tried to be here every Friday as much as possibly can, except for when when I work, I can't be here, which will unfortunately happen next Friday. I won't be here. I will work next Friday, so I won't be here for the stream next Friday. Heads up on that. But I will record the episode and do something back. Or when I'm out of town or what have you. It's the only reason I won't do a stream on Friday night is if something like that happens. How did I choose my channel name? Actually, Spiky Dash is my quote-unquote pony Sona. It came from being a part of of the Brony fandom now. Since I've been a Brony since 2012, when I came on for season 3 of the show, and it actually, and I'll mute this for this to share the story. It is a combination. It is kind of a mashup of my first 2 favorite characters that I ever liked on the show. Rainbow Dash, who you see right here, and Spike the Dragon. So those are my 2 favorite characters, and I just mashed them together. I created my OC right here as a result, and then I just created the character, and that's how I came up with it. So that's how the channel came to be. So, or the name came to be, I guess. So yeah, it's just a mashup of my 2 first favorite characters from the show. Granted, over time, I've had more favorite characters, but like added to the repertoire, but those are my first 2. All right, Deep Six and Nelly. I think we're all in agreement that Deep Six is going to win this, right? I think we're all in agreement on this one. Like I don't see very much Nelly in the chat room, at least for a win.
No tails.
Deep Six.
On the season so far, and how about that weapon? 100-pound bar spinning up to 200 miles.
200 miles an hour on that bar. Woo-wee!
And the blue square. I don't think you're ready for this Nelly.
I don't think you're ready for this Nelly. Wow.
It's so brutalicious.
Brutalicious. Wow. Sauce, do you think Nelly will destroy Deep Six in the ultimate upset? Wow, that would, after all we've seen tonight, that would certainly be for sure. But I highly, highly doubt it. I doubt it, but
its big spinner as much as possible. Their spinner actually weighs more than me. That thing hits us in certain places.
Huge versus Nelly stare down. Yeah, the eyes. I could see that. That'd be funny. That'd actually be very funny.
So the strategy for this fight is just going to be we're going to keep the weapons spot, keep the front point out at all times, hopefully rip off as much stuff as possible.
Just rip off as much stuff as possible. There you go. That's a good strategy, Deep Six. Just rip off stuff that's possible. I would have a heart attack if that happened. I don't know about not that lethal, but I might have a similar reaction.
Looks like Nelly the BattleBots ready for a little joust, Kenny. You see they added the spear there.
As I highly doubt you're a BattleBot scientist. Unfortunately, no. I'm just the casual, diehard fan. Deep Six one-shotting Nelly. Call it. That would be impressive. That would be impressive. The floor can win. That's true, Joby. We've seen it. But I don't know. What's Nelly gonna do? Two, one. Let the battle begin. Oh, there it is. There's Nelly getting stuck. Oh, what's Deep Six gonna do? Oh, what's he gonna do? Ah! Oh, carnage on the left side. Oh, I can't. Nelly's still moving though. Oh, but Deep Six. Oh, I hit the ceiling. That took out a light. That hit took out a light in the ceiling. There's glass everywhere. Oh my gosh. Woo! Oh, we got more parts flying off. Oh, Deep Six now is smoking though. Is this a double knockout? Oh my gosh. Simultaneous knockout. Wow.
This one has two, but we do need to declare a winner. So while the judges sort this one out, Nelly,
wow.
Closer would commit up.
I've never seen that in like the history of BattleBots. Like I've never seen that. I've never seen that. A simultaneous knockout. So the judges have to declare a winner based on just what they saw. Wow. I can't. Wow. That's there you go. Wow. How are the judges going to score this? Wow. Here we go. He didn't break the floor. He broke a light.
The winner by unanimous decision is
Deep Six by unanimous. There you go.
All right, guys, that was a rare double knockout. That was just ridiculous, man. Talk us through that, Dustin.
Wow.
Honestly, this is really a double knockout kind of robot. Every pound of force that it puts out, the frame.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Extremely
It's
unstable when you're spinning.
Yeah.
A
Deep Six is so unstable that, yeah, it's kind of like Son of Whyachi. It either knocks out or gets knocked out itself. In this case, double knockout.
And the lights.
And the lights.
Yeah.
And whatever else got damaged.
Yeah. The floor, the lights.
Is your eye going to be okay?
I think we're going to have to make new eyes again. But I think this time it's going to be...
Nelly's going to keep making new eyes probably all season
Sarah,
long.
you at least have a fun time.
I had an amazing time. I mean, if that doesn't make a good hit award, I don't know what does.
It was an amazing
That's
hit.
true.
Dustin, did you have a blast out there?
Yeah, that was awesome. That's going to be one of the highlights of my time here for sure.
Guys, well done.
That's going to be a highlight of the season for sure. Holy cow. Wow. Nelly immobilized Deep Six, though. Nelly did. That is true. But Nelly also took a lot of damage herself. So I think, again, I think that's why the judges gave it to Deep Six there. I think that's why. Yeah, Deep Six put a chunk in the floor, took a light out, whatever else it did. You know, I don't know.
A contender for the top 60. But again, that is a dangerous weapon for sure.
That for sure. Yeah, Deep Six is 2-0, but I don't know. They'd have to keep winning, so I don't know. Oh, and after all that insanity leading up to that, we still got the main event yet to fight. That's not even the main event. That's one of the wildest fight cards, like, leading up to a main event I've ever seen. Like, legit. Like, all that wasn't even in the main event. And we had two bad decisions, one of them being BattleBots robbery. We had a one-hit knockout by Son of Whyachi, a knockout guy, get the hell out of my battle box. And then we had the double knockout, which leads to Deep Six's win. Wow. All that before the main event. It's why I love the sport. It's why I love the sport right there. But now that we're ready for the main event, Whiplash, Witch Doctor, 2-0 against 2-0. Something's got to give. Someone's going to get their first loss, and someone's pretty much going to lock up their spot in the top 16. The Vasquez family and Andrea Suarez, both pretty much seasoned veterans of the sport. And although Whiplash kind of came along last season and just went on a tear. But again, from what I have seen from these bots this season, from what I've seen from them in the past, and just the way that Matt Vasquez drives, like, don't get me wrong, Andrew's a great driver too, but I'm leaning Whiplash on this one, just based on what I've seen from them this season and from what I've seen from them in the past. I'm leaning Whiplash. I would certainly not be surprised if Witch Doctor won this fight, because this is going to be a true, I think, battle of attrition. Again, kind of like with Sub-Zero P1, driving is going to be key, but I'm leaning Whiplash on this one. Here we go, main event time, Marvel. Yes, it's been crazy leading up to this, but yeah, we're finally here in it. Joey, hey guys, we should enter BattleBots. You know, I have been, and even Nate and I have had the discussion. We've been toying with the idea of, we've been coming up with, designs and looking at kits and stuff. I even have a book. I have a book in my book collection on how to build a combat robot. I have a book. But the big thing is, like, in order to actually get there, like, you need sponsorship, you need funding, you need time. You need, like, a lot of those things to line up perfectly to make it happen. And you need to spend a lot of time away from your home to be out in California or Vegas, wherever they tape it. So yeah, certainly the thought has entertained my mind, but it would take a pretty much big Herculean effort to make that happen. But not to say we can't dream. Are we really divided on this one? Looks like some say Witch Doctor, some say Whiplash. Yeah, so this one I think can honestly go either way. Joby says Witch Doctor might win. I don't know who to pick. Again, this one is very, very tough. It could go either way. Saws Mammoth gets robbed. Sal about to go destroy Texas Twister for Mammoth Justice. Sal going to the battle box. Woo woo. That's the sound of the Foley's. Hey, he did. He took care of Texas Twister in a big couple shots, and mainly one shot. So yeah, that was for sure. So yeah, he if he were to exact revenge for Mammoth's robbery, then there you go. He did it. So. They're both good bots. They are both good bots. That's what makes this main event so hard to pick, because of the fact they're both so good. But I'm just barely leaning Whiplash on this one. Just barely. Oh yes, and there's the trailer for Endgame coming out on the Blu-ray and DVD next Tuesday. I'm a little bit of a Marvel fan, not too much. I've only watched a few Marvel movies and not crazy in them. I might get Detective Pikachu on DVD. I saw Detective Pikachu in theater, and I really, really liked it. So, but I might still get it on DVD. Not sure, but I might. I'm not too crazy into Marvel. Although I watched Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and Black Panther. So, but I know that is going to be a very popular title at my store next week. Although surprisingly enough, we're not getting like one of like the really big shippers. Like we got like a big shipper for Detective Pikachu. We're not getting one for Endgame, which is sad. It's unfortunate. We're only getting like the little flat top shipper. I thought we were gonna get like something like really like huge, because it's, for gosh sakes, it's the #1 movie of all time in terms of money made at the box office. But nope, little tiny flat top shipper. Disappointing. Bite Force is going to be undefeated again this season, says Jovi. You know what? That would not surprise me. Because let's face it, Bite Force is one of the best in the sport, if not the best. Although I'm sure Ray Billings from Tombstone would disagree. But Bite Force does have 2 giant nuts to raise 1. So I mean, Paul Ventimiglia, the job that he and that team does, I mean, is nothing short of outstanding. Like the way that they prepare, they're so methodical about it. They take it one battle at a time, and they're not like, I don't want to say like overconfident or arrogant. I don't want to use that word because I kind of see that in Ray, but they don't flaunt that. They go into every battle, knowing that they could be beaten, but they try to win like every bot does, but they go into it knowing there's competition. So they don't like flaunt that. So they're very proud of what they've accomplished. Bite Force went through a lot of upgrades. I think I've seen some of those, so it's very, very evident. All right, here we go. After the craziness that led up to this, we have a main event to watch. Let's start with Whiplash.
Has had a more impressive strength of schedule in terms of victory than that squad. You're talking about knockouts over Son of Whyachi and Minotaur.
Yeah, beating Son of Whyachi and Minotaur. That's impressive for Whiplash.
They totally understand the fact that if they get this win over Witch Doctor, they will be seeded very high for the postseason tournament.
Yes.
Yeah, but Witch Doctor said, hey, let's pump the brakes a little bit on the excitement.
That's so bad.
Yeah, don't forget about us.
Because in the off season, we didn't totally recreate our bot. We spent time upgrading the thing, and I think that really.
And speaking of upgrades, Witch Doctor did go through a lot as well.
All of the changes, it's about making the right changes.
You're on Team Witch Doctor, Joey. All right.
Better than ever with that 50-pound vertical disc.
I think Marble and I are the only ones on Whiplash then, if I'm not mistaken.
Significantly outguns Whiplash.
Witch Doctor's weapon is faster, but the horsepower and the drive, that goes to Whiplash and has the reach edge. So we'll see.
Shots from Witch Doctor's disc. So for them, Vasquez's nipple driving.
Following your gut on this one, Jovi. All right. Hey, nothing wrong with going your gut. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Yes, after all the craziness of tonight, Chris Rose, I'm ready for this main event. Yes. Like, how can you possibly top the craziness we have seen tonight, main event? That's my question. There's Whiplash. Yes, it is. And here comes Witch Doctor. Hey, Sauce, there's a sign in the crowd that said Canada loves BattleBots. There you go. There comes Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor about to curse Whiplash. We shall see. We shall see.
You'll be saying, my neck,
My neck, my back.
Someone's mom just had a heart attack. It's gonna hit you hard, hit you good, hit you hard just like it should. It's
Whiplash. Yep, this will be technical.
Unlike the actual fight game where you don't want to be directly in front of your opponent just trading shots. So no hit-on shots for Whiplash. They want to get the angles where they can.
Yep, all bit about angles. Witch Doctor is a YouTube channel. I should check it out. Oh, okay. I should. That would probably be really interesting.
which is one, which takes us to 100. It's
Witch Doctor. Again, it's kind of like almost a mirror image. It's, you know, very, very similar design. So kind of like with Sub-Zero and P1. This will be good. This will be good.
It's a battle of undefeateds. One of these bots will move to 3-0 and will plant their flag firmly in the land of the top 16.
Yep. Hit the button. There we go. Just talk to Witch Doctor on YouTube and get in the stream chat. Again, I don't know if they would, considering how small of a channel I am, but it would certainly be something. It would. All right, here we go. Three, 2, 1. Let the battle begin. The main event. Witch Doctor coming right away. Oh, big hit there in the front. They are going front to front. Oh, we got tire parts flying off already. Oh, big hit there from Witch Doctor. But Whiplash quickly recovers. They are going disc to disc, front to front. Whiplash's disc, though, is not spinning. Whiplash's disc isn't doing anything. Witch Doctor's is at full power. Whiplash's disc is not moving. But Whiplash is trying to push Witch Doctor around a bit, trying to get it in the side there a bit. Oh, big hit there from Witch Doctor. Oh, we got Wedge flying off Whiplash there. That was a big hit from Witch Doctor. Clean off. Witch Doctor clearly the aggressor right now. Yes. Oh, and there's the screws. Whiplash gets tossed into the screws. Can it come off? Oh, I don't know, though. Whiplash is really on those screws. Oh, there it goes up. Oh, another hit from Witch Doctor. No mercy. Oh, now it's stuck. Now it's stuck. I don't know if it's going to, it came off, though. We're a minute 30 in. Wow, I thought it was going to be done there. This is one-sided for Witch Doctor. Whiplash's weapon has done nothing from the start. There goes a chain. Oh, and now Witch Doctor's smoking. Oh, Witch Doctor's smoking now, though. Oh, it's really smoking now. No. No. If Whiplash wins because of that. Oh, and now Witch Doctor's discs are down. Oh, my goodness. Witch Doctor was in control of this fight, and now all of a sudden, it's completely reversed. Wow. And now Whiplash being the aggressor, turning Witch Doctor upside down, pushing Witch Doctor around. Witch Doctor's powerless. Under 30 seconds now to go. Witch Doctor really starting to spew smoke now, though. Witch Doctor trying to get those aggression points, though. But Whiplash continuing to push back. It's now a shoving match. 10 seconds. We're going to go to the judges. And I never would have thought that in the early stages of this fight. 2, 1. This will go to the judges. And gee, what a great night they've had. If it were me, again, for the full scope of the fight, I would still give it to Witch Doctor. Because again, Witch Doctor didn't get disabled until like the final minute of the match. Witch Doctor was in full control of this fight. But then later, when Witch Doctor took a big hit and its weapon was disabled, only then did Whiplash do more. But again, I'm not them, and they've had kind of a rough go tonight. So I don't know what they're going to do at this point. I don't know. Again, if it were me, I think Witch Doctor wins on aggression. I think Witch Doctor wins in terms of damage, and the control's pretty close because they both had control in the end. But I think Witch Doctor is going to win. But yeah, Marble, watch. LOL, watch them give it to Whiplash. Yeah, after this night we've had, yeah, watch them do that. Watch them, take another drink of whatever they're drinking and give it. Here we go. Gosh, don't do something stupid.
And the winner by unanimous decision is Witch Doctor.
Thank you. I got that one right. Witch Doctor by unanimous. Thank God. And to think for a minute, I had to question their validity. Oh my goodness.
It's definitely a glory. That's the most intense fight we've ever been a part of.
That was intense. That was something. That was really good. That was really good.
That's the first match this whole tournament. I've actually been at 100% throttle.
100% throttle by Witch Doctor. Wow.
So this is a huge victory for us.
Wow.
You can tell that you guys dialed up your weapon because that thing does a lot
Yes.
of damage. You don't see Whiplash hurt like that too often.
You don't. No, you really don't.
There was some smoke at the end, and we're going to have to figure out what happened, but I couldn't be happier about this match. It was crazy.
They do need to stop smoking, Joby. I agree. I agree with that.
Where do you think this ranks you now, Mike?
We're 3-0 at this point, so I don't know. We got to be ranked pretty high.
They're ranked pretty high at this point, for sure. For sure. Witch Doctor's going to be a high seed up there, for sure.
We've never been undefeated at this point in the tournament. This is the best Witch Doctor we've ever built, so I can't wait to see where we go.
Congratulations, guys.
I think a lot of people are excited for that, for sure. For sure. Meanwhile, on the Vasquez side.
That was an insane, incredible fight. Like, I expected no less than that match.
Yeah.
One way or another.
Did you expect
Someone has to lose that, but
that early?
not a bad way to lose.
I mean, I think in the beginning of the fight, we were sort of driving towards them, but it's just the weapon has so much reach. Whenever we touch the front of the robot, they hit us. So
Whiplash is a good team, Joby. They are. They really are. I've always been impressed with them.
How limited were you guys once they kind of chewed up that tire?
I don't
Very.
think
I think they were very limited when they chewed up that tire.
We're all bent up, it's harder to get underneath. And at some point, we broke the lifter chain, which once that happens, we have nothing. So I think that was really
because their weapon went early on. Yeah.
You guys were involved in one of the best fights I've ever seen, and again, you guys still doing pretty darn good here in BattleBots.
Yes, yes, you are.
How do you see your position now as far as ranking wise compared to the other bots?
I think there's going to be a lot of 2-1 robots at this point, so I think our ranking will be pretty good. If we win our next fight, I think we'll be in. If we lose our next fight, I have no idea.
You guys are still doing great against excellent competition. Keep it up.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is a tough one for Whiplash to lose, but yeah, if they win their next, I can certainly see them getting in. If they lose, it's tough. It's really tough.
There was serious energy inside of this building thanks to that classic fight.
Yeah, that was a classic for sure. That was a great way to end this crazy, insane wow night for sure.
Jenny, what was the reaction back there in the pits?
Guys, this place went wild for Witch Doctor after they beat Whiplash and really established themselves at the top of the heap. Now, they're 3-0. They're as close as you can get to punching their ticket to the top 16.
I totally agree, Jenny. I think after that, I'd be crazy to say they're not a top 4 ball.
Really, they're that good.
I think so.
Big picture here tonight. Son of Whyachi did what Son of Whyachi does.
Son of Whyachi did what it does. Yep. Taking
Taking
out Texas River.
Gigabytes moved to 2-0 as well.
Yep.
So now both
Uppercut, deep six.
will be looking to get a signature win in their next couple of fights. Listen, it's a stacked field this season, and that's what it's going to take to grab the attention of the selection committee. Either way, there's no doubt all these bots went out tonight and put on a spectacular show. But I thought the big story here was Sub-Zero and Jerry Clarkin. He's worked tirelessly on that robot, and it finally worked the way he wanted it.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, notice you guys don't talk about the controversy.
Good story. How about Jonathan Schultz and Huge? They bounced back.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
In a row. They moved to 2-1.
Not without controversy.
Right back in the conversation for the top 16.
Okay, so that'll do it for us for now. For Jenny.
Yeah, they don't mention the big controversy of the night with Whyachi. I mean, this wow. I mean, you could not have started the second half of the season any better than tonight. I mean, this was just, I don't know. This is wow. This. I mean, the fight card itself was impressive just on the surface, but after seeing all that, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a fun second half. I feel it's gonna be really good second half leading up to the top 16. This is wow. This is gonna be really fun. I mean, for me tonight, I mean, yeah, the main event ending all that was classic. That was great. But I was really doubting the judges. Like I was just really doubting them for those two bad decisions. And I'm gonna be really, I hate to say it, like scrutinizing them for the rest of the season, because that again, I can handle one bad decision per episode, but they made two tonight. Jeremy, no, Whiplash did not win. Whiplash lost by unanimous decision to Witch Doctor. It was a classic. It went the full 3 minutes, and Witch Doctor really dominated for most of the fight. So yeah, no, Whiplash lost tonight. So yeah, I'm really have to be scrutinizing them for like the whole rest of the season, the judges, based on what happened tonight, because the Whyachi Mammoth thing is going to irk me all season. It's really going to legitimately irk me all season. Like it's going to be that painful, just how robbed Mammoth was tonight. That was just absolutely pathetic. It just really bad. And Gigabyte kind of getting robbed by Huge. I mean, that one I was stunned at the outset, but I didn't think there'd be a worse one later on until that happened, but it did. But so yeah, but I'd say most impressive. I agree with Sub-Zero again, getting P1 and the mini bot the puck out of the battle box. Sub-Zero gets my most impressive tonight for sure. Son of Whyachi a close second with its one hit knockout over Texas Twister. But the negative is the two horrible decisions by the judges, especially robbing Mammoth of a victory. And now watch now. Mammoth's probably not going to make top 16 now because of that. That'll probably be the one that we look back on and say, gee, why did Mammoth not make top 16? Oh yeah, what about the robbery that happened against Whyachi by the judges? So we'll probably look back at that and see that. But what a night. What a night, guys. Thank you. Thank all of you again for joining on the stream and the chat. It's again, this is always just so much fun. Whether Nate's with me or not, it's always a fun time to enjoy these fights and this intense action and the carnage of BattleBots with you guys. So thank you so much again for tuning in, for joining me. I really appreciate it. For all you recently subscribed, thank you. Continue to spread the word. Give the video a thumbs up. So yeah, just thank you. Marble, actually, you will not see me next week, unfortunately. I will not be here next Friday. Unfortunately, I work that night, so won't be here for that next Friday. I will though record the episode on DVR and probably do a reaction video to it the following week before the 23rd, before the Friday episode next week. So until that stream, until the next ATSD stream. Thank you, Christopher Reggie. Nice comment as well there. Peace, love, and bots. I love that. That'd be good on a t-shirt, by the way. Thank you for the kind words. So thank you guys so much again. So until the next stream, I am Spike-A-Dash. I am signing off for tonight. Thank you as always for joining me, and we'll see you on the next stream. God bless. Good night. Thank you.